G'day, and welcome back to that new hobby high. So, got some work done today, which was excellent. Or not today, this week. Got some stuff done, and I'm freaking stoked about it. I don't mind telling you. First off is I got these two done, who I've been slowly working on for ages. And let me tell you, I do not enjoy painting characters as much as I enjoy painting units. They take way too long. They have way too much. Well, you can't have too much detail, but they take too long. I spent the 10 hours I spent painting this and this. I could have easily spent doing 15 hours and finishing off a unit at 10, which I will do. But it's not time effective when you want to just get bulk stuff done. Ah, crap! I've looked over every single one of my paints. There we go. I did get some spare time though, so these two are finished. I also finally got the Focke-Wulf done. He's been sitting there for close on to 3 months now, so he's been dried, and he'll have the decals on as soon as I get some more time. I assembled the turret. You might be able to tell what it is by now. It's a big shooty thing. That's what it is, because I think that's the legal definition of a turret. Now, on for Thursday last, I got to have a game. I got to have a game of 2,000 points versus the World Eaters, the white and blue-shouldered psychopaths. And it was a great game. I lost, because that's par for course. But, so it was... I tried something new. I had a list of I think, 3 units. It was so bare bones. Is this it? Here it is. Here was my list for the fight. All right. Now, the HQ was my Cataphractii Centurion, Primus Medicae. My Warlord was that Power Clawed, Lightning Clawed Cataphractii Centurion, but he had Warmonger Consul instead of Champion. I had a single Apothecary. I had 10 Terminators with Reaper autocannons and chain fists. That was one troop, because I had Rite of War of Pride of the Legion. The second was 7 Fulmentaris, because I'm still waiting for bits and pieces. I've got 2 more, but I'm just going to buy another box set, Age of Darkness box set now, and just bash the last one out. So that's they're going to be put together very, very soon. And the third was a 20-man tactical squad in the heavy support. As you can see there, 1,998. Now, turn 1 against the World Eaters. They blew up the Spartan, disabled its movement, so my men shuffled out. And then Khan, who is one of the special characters, he also had a Warmonger, and he materialised behind my Fulmentaris with a bunch of other elites, and then they wiped them out because they were outnumbered, because they have bulky too, so they're worth twice as many. And because apparently if he's outnumbered, he goes absolutely spastic and just, licking wallpaper and tearing things up with his axes. And so basically turn 1, Spartan blew up, Fulmentaris charged and wiped out. And then my 20-man unit of tacticals, which stumbled out of the burning Spartan, were charged by jetpacks, wielding axes, 2 axes and 2 swords, and it was all very, very awful. So by the start of my turn 2, all I had was this deep striking unit of Terminators with the chain fists, the Primus Medicae, and the Warmonger. So I thought, why not? Blip in the middle of the board. And that unit turned into a blender, because every other one of those units it got into combat with, it just wiped out. I think that one unit took out 5 World Eaters assault squads, or in total, over the course of the next 3 turns. They charged, and they just turned into a red mist. All thanks basically to my Primus Medicae that kept reviving everything. And yeah, it was astonishing. I eventually lost on points because my warlord had to keep on challenging everything, and he just, when every character can challenge you, you're just gonna be well and thin. So, but I had a great time. I also learnt that I've been playing incorrectly, as in that I have been rolling. Just get a dice here. I've been rolling for my Centurions. I've been rolling like, if you're doing, the Terminators, first you do your armour save, pass, and then, if I didn't pass it, I would do my invuln save, right? Now, I didn't know you're only supposed to roll one dice and choose between the two, depending on the strength of the weapon that hits you. So, I suppose the good aspect is that I have been losing all my games, but the bad aspect is that everyone else who won against me could have won by a hell of a lot more. And that's my bad. I apologise for that. But, I am learning. That was only my 5th game. I'm starting to have a tally and most, MVPs and all that, just for our own enjoyment as I go through. But let's talk about these two, the Moritat and the Warmonger. Now, the Warmonger, I have a little plan for. I can just find a bit of paper for you. Is this it? Yes. Okay. So, for a plus 45 points, and the normal console Centurion, right? That's 60 plus 45 plus whatever I kid him out for. It's under 150 points. Now, my plan is, because rhinos are 30, but you can only get 35, I think, but you kit them out, they get to about 70. But you can only get 10 men in them. So if you destroy the rhino, which is pretty soft, and then you can destroy the men before they even get to an objective. So my idea is to take this chap, who costs the same as 2 rhinos, and stick him with a 20-man unit of tacticals and apocryphy for the extra save. And then if there's one of the other objectives and it's got one of my opponent's units on it, I teleport him near that. They have to charge. And now all of a sudden on that side I've got a 20-man unit which now has that feel no pain, which the bonus feel no pain from the apocryphy on an objective, fighting away. And then I can separate him out, keep them on the objective, and he can just charge off and get killed because he's done his job of getting 20 men to an objective. And that's all I've got him for. And I think that's going to work out really well because currently rhinos die too fucking quickly for me. And I can't do anything about it. They see a rhino. Oh, it's a tank. 10 less cannons. Oh, it's a tank. Friggin' both them bloody Spartan lasers and a multi-melter. And, friggin' that blows up. Your bloody troops die and you don't fucking get them anywhere. And there's no point in hiding them behind a bloody bit of furniture until, everything's dead and you can sneak them out because they'll always find a way to shoot at them. This way I get 20 men on objective, turn 2, and we're good. Now, so I'm going to try him out hopefully I'm going to ask for a game this Thursday, and that's what I want to play with this one. So that's my Warmonger console. Yeah, and I'll show you the miniature. The sunlight's pretty good here. So he's come up all right. I'm very happy with him. He's come up a lot lighter due to the deepening colours and the different highlights I've been using. But like I said, this is practice, putting a bit of time and effort in on this one. This is practice for Gilliman. So yeah, I'm happy with him. Especially like the white coat. That's come up really, really, really nice. Now I'll put him over there and we'll discuss the Moritat. Now the Moritat is a cheeky devil. And I've fucking had nothing but woes with this bloody miniature since I started. The resin straps to the guns are a pain in the ass. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to give him the backpack, but I decided I can't be buggered finding other bits and pieces from him. I'll just field him as intended. He was also sitting on a rock, which I had to carve off because I fucking hated him just standing on a rock trying to air his balls dry. which was the look, you know. Behold my mighty sweaty ballsack. I'm standing on a rock to aerate it. Anyway, the Moritat, now he's got a cool little rule. He will jump, woohoo, and shoot, bang. But when he shoots, he's got a pistol too, like these culverins, Volkites, right? Each shot he shoots, because a lot of Volkite culverin is like Volkites are 2. So for each 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, that multiplies in your rolls to hit. So each one is like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiply that by 4. That's 24 shots he makes in that. He roots up, shoots, and then you roll a wound, and you got the deflagrate after that. So you might even get some more wounds in, and that's pretty bloody good. The only thing I can see is that he won't get the Ultramarines +1 for having another unit within 6 inches, because he's going to burn up 12 inches or whatever the jetpack does. He's going to have nothing else within 6 inches of him. But one of the things it says here is like for an extra 20 points each, so 40 points additional in total, he can take a disintegrator pistol, but you got to roll that separately. So what I'm thinking of doing, say this is the one with the disintegrator pistol, is rolling them up in pairs, having them do this, jump up. He will shoot with his Volkites, 26 hots, do whatever damage he can. Then this one, because he's within 6 inches but not associated with him, he'll get the +1 to his shooting. So, and with the disintegrator pistols, you got to roll them all separately. So he'll only have 6 attacks in the same so only 1 shot, so he gets 12 shots with the thing, but he gets +1, so excuse me guts, but disintegrators on a 1 have got that get hot roll, so you just hit, that's 6, hit, it gets hot, and now I've got to freaking roll to see if he saves, because he's got artificer armour, which he doesn't, so he dies. But the 6 shots still go through. But yeah, I think that's I think that's the way to go. Not just have one with a Volkite, but have one with a disintegrator and have them go around the fucking board in pairs. They don't even have to be joined. They can be individual units just staying within 6 inches. And and if they wipe out a squad. Thing is, I think the ones with the disintegrator weapons, because if it's an AP2 weapon, and here's the thing with gets hot, you get to make a normal AP save, your normal armour save. But if it's an AP2 weapon and he's got artificer armour on, it's just, if he gets a 1, he's just dead, as far as I can tell. Or do I not use the AP of the weapon, and it's just to get hot, and you just roll your armour, and if you pass your armour, you're fine. Or do you use the armour, the AP of the weapon for the disintegrator gun against the armour you're wearing? Or do you just roll an armour save, and if you pass it, you take let you take the single wound? Don't know. It should be either way. And does get hot, because it's got instant death, does it just deliver 1 wound, or does the get hot rule include the instant death of the disintegrator, or is it just gets hot and you take 1 wound? Don't know. I'm going to ask. There's a couple of very knowledgeable lads at Beyond Odyssey, so I'm going to be quizzing them up about that one, because I genuinely don't know. So yeah, but either way, they look like, now that I've had a look at the rules, they look like they should be better off running up the boards in 2s. But yeah, no, that's been my go. I got the turret coming along nicely, all puttied up. Looks very intimidating. I had to. I used Army Painter undercoat, and I got to admit, not impressed, because it's very because it's resin. You need not a dry cover. You need an adhesive undercoat. Because it's resin, I used Army Painter, but Army Painter also is self-adhesive to the paint itself. So you do more than a light brushing coat, and you'll lose your detail. And that's what happened with the head in this melter gun. So the idea is, if I'm going to field a Lord of War, I might as well fill it with a maximum amount of fuck you as possible. Hence the 2 melter guns, hence the 100 killer missile, and everything else. So yeah. So that's the news for today. I'll be buying a new Age of Darkness, and from that I'll be producing either a 20-man breacher and a couple of heavy weapons, probably plasma and lasgun, although I really want to do some other stuff as well. I'm just going to keep on building this army as I go. I really am. But I need a couple of wins to be able to field Gilliman. And in the meantime, to break up the monotony, I'll continue doing my lovely little World War II scale aircraft as well. Don't want to be finished quite so. Quite happy with the modelling on that. Yeah, it looks quite good. Anyway, not interested in that, because that's not why you're freaking watching Ultramarines from scratch. Anyway, it's been a good week. Love the lot of yous, and let me know what yous are up to in your worlds. All right, give your missus a kiss. Cheerio.